Hi guys, this is a plan for today. I got this, the Bendix 4-wheel drive upgrade brake booster, because my pedal's been going to the floor, and that's what I figure. I'm going to look at some of this too later. Comes with this sort of thing here. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. I'll give you a look when I finish, hopefully. Oh, hang on, I'll give you a look in the box. Hang on a second, I'll just pause you. Okay, there wasn't much in the box, but there you go. It looks like it's pretty well packed. Whoops. One good thing about it, sit there you bugger. I like the idea it come with the gaskets, that's good. That's just a diagram showing you how to set it up. If you don't know, you shouldn't do it. But it's even got the bracket on there. That's unusual. That's probably to protect it more than anything. But it looks to be bigger. I'll give you a look when it's sort of in there. Hang on, I'll be back in a minute again. So, looks quite pretty. It's a little bit bigger. It's got that written on it, which is good. 2 bolts. I've got the 2-bolt master cylinder. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. So, I'll give you a look when I get it in there. I'll see if hopefully I can pause you. I thought I'd give you a quick look. This is the original master cylinder. The reason why I'm changing it, I've done all the brakes on this, but now I've noticed I hit the brakes, I got brakes, but then my foot slowly goes to the floor, and out here you can hear sort of a hissing every now and again. So that was the idea of it. So that's what it looks like in there. That's the old one. You can see I put a brand new master cylinder there. I've done all the brakes on this, even the load sensor. If you're ever doing this but you're having brake problems, first thing I suggest anyone does is change your brake load sensor valve. Get rid of it, put a brand new one on it, because I was having so much problems. I could stand on my brakes and my brakes wouldn't stop. As soon as I changed that, my car started locking up. As soon as I changed that, it was completely different. I had to change it all back, redo the adjustments on the load sensor. I think they're 90 from factory, the distance from center to bolt to center to bolt. And I adjusted it right out to 96. Now I think it's at 94 and a half. And my brakes are good. As I said though, the only thing that's wrong with it now is my what happens is I hit my brakes are there, and then they slowly go to the floor. So I'm pretty sure it's got to be the master cylinder. Now that one I went and got, that Bendix, that wasn't cheap. I think they're like 700 bucks. But you'll never change it again, hopefully. That's the idea, hopefully. So there's the look of the old one. I don't know if there's any difference in the width or not. I don't know. Got my old tape measure here. My old measuring stick, it's very, very old. It's supposed to be, that one's supposed to be a double diaphragm. It's a little bit bigger by the looks of it. So I'm going to have to pull all this out a bit. But I got heaps of room here, so that's no big deal. It shouldn't be too bad to do, I don't think. So I'll get stuck in, and hopefully I'll bring you back in when it's in there and give you another look. But The size of this one is about about 100 mil, and I think the other one's about 130 because it's got an extra diaphragm in it. So I'll get stuck in to do this and I'll come back. Okay, I'm back again. Now here comes the important parts. You've got to measure from here to here. You're better off doing that and going from there to the top of that, because it's a sort of a flat edge from here to here. That's only on there, I think, as a protection. Some do need that plate, but I don't. So you measure from here, and once I put that on, I can tighten this up, of course. These are my tape measure. I think they look to be about the same. Up to roughly the top of that is about 103 from that to that. So it's a different. This one is longer. Maybe I'm supposed to work off that one there. Maybe this cover's got to be on there. I don't know, because that is longer than this one. So I might have to leave this bracket on there. Maybe that's the idea of it. I ain't too sure. So hang on, I'll be back. So what I did, I've left this on here. Mine didn't have it, but the difference here is really a lot. It's a lot of difference there. So I think this space is supposed to be there. I don't know, but this from here to here now, from there to there is 165, so that should work. I think it should be fine, because that should be the same distance from the firewall to the back of the pedal. It's just going to push this out a bit, but I'll have to see if I've got a, because otherwise I think this will go up too far. It'll be sticking out here. It won't go into the pedal. So I think that's the only thing. That's why that's there. I think that's the only thing I can figure. So I'll put it in to just see how it looks. I've got to do this adjustment next. This one here, which is the most important adjustment of it all. I've got me calipers and stuff like that, so now I'm going to do that. I've got where was it now? I had a ruler here as well. Oh, there it is. I've got a ruler, so what I'll do is just measure that. I won't even have to do that by the looks of it. I might be able to just do it this way. So you measure that to there, to the end of that tip, and then you do the same to this. This should be exactly the same. Oh, it's made in Japan. This would be the original master cylinder. You can see where she's been leaking at some stage. But I don't think that matters. I don't think. Well, we'll find out once I put it on. If I've got to take it back out, I will. I'll be back in a minute. So it's done. It's in there. I had to, can I put that on? Yep. I had to put that bracket, I don't know if you can see it, in there, this one here, in there, because it made the, I'll show you, it looks nice. I had to undo, oh, I've got to finish off putting these bolts in, because I had to move this to put the master cylinder back in there. No. It's not just an easy swap out either. That's a load of crap. This is different. This is a different length from that one. That other one is a lot longer. So you've got to have that spacer, as far as I know. I don't know if my brakes are any better. It's supposed to be, but I got the adjustment right on this, so that was fine. Then when it was in there, I was just turning this because there was nothing I could do, because I had a little bit of play and I thought that's no good. So I adjusted it a little bit there as well. So this was from here to the end of the clip was 165. So when I did it, like try to do it without that bracket on here, like on the new one, this was too long. It was sticking out, so there's no way the bracket would go on there and then go onto the pedal, because this bolt would have stopped it. So you've got to put that bracket on it, or that spacer I suppose you call it, to make this, because this on the new one, on the Petters one, is longer here. This shaft is longer. It's about 20 mil longer, I think, and it's stupid. But hopefully it works. I don't know, but I got all this all the same distance out, which is quite easy with that one. I just measured it. So anyway, so that's what it looks like. I've got brakes, but I think my pedals still go onto the floor, so that makes it just makes no sense. My pedal sort of goes down. It's like it's losing air, but I'm not. One thing I ran the car and I'm not getting the hissing sound anymore from the master cylinder, so that's a good thing. There's no way there's air in the line, because I've gone through it that many times. I've bled these brakes that many times. The brakes were pretty good. It's just, as I said, the master cylinder was, because I got them that good. I actually got them that good that where the brakes were good. They were deadly. You hit them, it was locking up. It was stopping. When I was just starting it here, it felt like when I first ever got it. I don't know if I'm going to have to adjust it again or what. I don't know. I have no idea. The fluid hasn't gone down, so, and I'm not losing fluid, so it makes no friggin' sense to me. Why? You know? Since I changed once I got the new load sensing portioning valve, or whatever you want to call it, I put a new one in the back. As soon as I did that, my God, my brakes were deadly. And that fixed it straight away, because I redone all my brakes in this, and they were just shit. But as soon as I did that, it completely changed it. I had to change the adjustment on the load sensing and all that, because it was locking up in the front end all the time, and that was no good. But my pedal would go to the floor just slowly. You'd be holding your foot down and it'd just slowly go down like that. This is what I do. You push your foot down and stop, of course, but then it'd just go down like this, your foot on the floor. It'd go down like that. So usually that's usually the brake booster has got a leak. Well, it's still doing it. It makes no sense to me. You know, I go and push it down now and it's hard as anything. As soon as I start it, it goes down. It makes no sense to me. And I've this is the only hose I've never replaced, but there's no hissing. There's no noise. The other one over there I've replaced. That one I've replaced, which is right there. That one there I replaced. Maybe I should check to see if I've got vacuum here, maybe. Well, I know I've got vacuum, but I wonder what it's like. Maybe I'll try that. Hang on a minute. Well, I'm back. I took it for a drive. The brakes were locking up, so that's a good thing. Especially the passenger side. I don't know why the passenger side seems to lock up. Maybe I just need to adjust them now. I don't know. I've got to try and work out what's actually made this tyre squeal. I've never made it squeal before. So I don't know. I'm going to replace this hose maybe. Maybe it's not big enough. It doesn't make any sense, but notice that you can't hear any hissing noise now. So there's no more hiss from that master cylinder. I used to get a hissing underneath here, and it took me ages to work out where it was coming from. So anyway, so what I had to do was, now because of, oh shivers, I just dropped that. Now, because of this distance to here to pair to the new headers one is different. This is, I think I measured it, it was 100 and, I haven't got me tape measure right now, but 135, I think, maybe 140, 145, no, 145, where this one is something like 160. And then when you put the pin on here and try and adjust this down so you get the right distance from here to here, you can't do it because this bolt is too long. This is completely different. So you've got to have that bracket, that spacer that they give you in there. It's got to go in there. What else? So that's going into there. And yeah, well, I don't know. This is, I did all this the same length. So I'm getting brake lock up, so that's good. But as I said, there's a spacer in there. I don't know if you can see the blue gasket. There's a spacer between the booster and the firewall. You've got to put it on this thing, and then you've got to undo your air filter to move all this out of the road to put your fucking your brake cylinder back, your master cylinder back, because it won't go back in. This sits out a little bit, it sits out a hell of a lot more, because number one, the old one, if you can look at the pictures before, used to sit right up close to the firewall. This one's got about 20 mil difference. So that's 20 mil to here difference. So that would have been, originally this master cylinder would have been sitting back to about here. Oh, you can see how much it pulled out over there. Can you see that? The hoses, I had bent them back in though. I have bent them back in, but yeah, it pulled that right out. So I don't know, does it give it extra braking? No, I don't think so. I don't know what's going on with it. I have no idea, but I'll just see how I go with it now and go from there. Got to get a new one of these. It's a bit wobbly, so we'll see how we go. I'll get a new hose, see if I can get some new hoses for it. One for over there and one for here. But I'm not getting no more hissing, so I should be fine, I think. So there you go, guys. Tell me what you think. I put the Bendix upgrade in it, so it's got a double, this is a double diaphragm in there, so it's supposed to be better. Maybe it might come better, I don't know. We'll just see how we go. Everything's been replaced. There's nothing left to do. I can't work it out. The only next thing I could do is probably follow the fuel, the brake lines, and make sure none of them are squashed. That might be the only thing I could probably do. Make sure none of them are squashed. I don't think, I'll have a look, I'll do that. So there you go, guys. I put it in, it's done. $600 or nearly $700 later out of my pocket, so, and it was locking up, so that's a good thing. I could hear the brakes squealing. They didn't, well, like they did lock up when I really pushed them hard, but they're not, I don't know, the brakes are not as good as I would like it, but I suppose you've got, what, 3.5 ton car, so I don't know, I might have to just get used to it. So anyway, tell me what you think. The Bendix master cylinder booster upgrade has been done. Next will be down here. So there you go, guys. Tell me what you think. Remember, thumbs up, say hi. I always say to say hi. No one ever says hi. Oh no, sorry, one guy said hi once. Thank you, buddy. And yeah, I might do the exhaust system next. I was going to put instructors on it, but I like the heat shroud and that. What I found, I don't know if anyone else has noticed this, that you get a lot of heat in that firewall. And what I've figured, it's because of that heat shroud. See how it's got all those vents? And it pulls the air in there and spits it out the back onto that firewall. And that side there where your leg is gets bloody hot. So I still might, I don't know, I don't want to put extractors on it because it doesn't look nice. I'm a bit anal when it comes down to things like that. But there you go, guys. Look how much she's changed over that time. So many changes. Alright, thanks for the journeys. I'll do a update video soon. I'll take it up the bush and I'll do a rundown on her and see what everyone thinks. Thumbs up, say hi, subscribe, say whatever. I don't get any money for any of this anyhow, so nothing, not a cent. So there you go, guys. New booster upgrade done. I do lots of shit.